So today we're going to be talking about a feature from Leviathans. If you don't have Leviathans, then this video will most likely be useless to you. We're going to be talking about the Artisan group. You give them your money, they will take it. Maybe they will give you something in return, but there's also a good chance they'll just run away with it. First contact with the Artisan group is fairly straightforward. You find yourself a space station floating within, well, space. And you can make contact with them, and they will introduce themselves as the Artisan group, and instantly you will have the option to do a few things. Now, in the menu, there's a couple of things that are available, and one of them is grayed out, and we will get to that one shortly. But first of all, you can, up to 5 times, get a artist monument from them. This is a monument that you can commission from them. It will cost you 1,000 minerals and 25 influence every single time you do it, but it will increase your happiness on planet by 10%. And in addition, add a 50% migration modifier. And it gives 10 unity. Overall, that's okay for deal-wise. Then you can decide to become a patron. Now, originally, this system was a little bit more complicated, where you had to pay a certain amount of resources every month. These days, however, it is a little bit more straightforward. You pay a upfront amount of energy, and you will get patronage for 10 years. However, the amount of energy you will need to pay into the actual patronage is based on the amount of population you have. So you want to get on this train fairly early on. It starts off with 1,000 energy and goes all the way up to 5,000, and this is obviously to balance out the massive impact that the artisans can have on your population if used well. So here is the $1 million question. What do you get out for being a patron? Well, there's a couple of things. First of all, you will automatically sign up to the amazing Artisan Patron newsletter, which you will get every once in a while, and it's the Patron newsletter. They will tell you that sometimes things are going well and sometimes things aren't going well. For instance, they will tell you that, hey, all of our stuff is broken down, and you can give them help or scrap the materials, and you get 500 minerals out of it or 50 influence. You can get the Ministry of Culture Building out of nowhere, which produces 6 unity, has an empire-wide monthly unity increase by 10%, and on top of that, it increases the governing ethics attraction modifier by 10%. All you gotta do is invest 1,000 minerals and energy, because as everybody knows, art does not come cheap. You can put that building down on any of your planets, including the other 5 artist monuments that you will probably already have by this time. So, once the 10 years are up, they will ask you whether or not you want to continue on with this little shindig. And of course, you will say yes. The reinvestment fee is not all that high, to be honest. However, once you hit the 50 influence with the artisans, because you have been a good patron, it is time to trigger the main event, the Festival Amongst Worlds, which increases all the happiness in your empire by 15% and increases growth by 10%, which is an amazing modifier. Is it really worth, though? That is the question, because there is a bunch of events attached to this. For instance, your people can get trampled, which reduces your influence by 100 points and then kills a random pop, or you can have the Festival Outrage modifier attached to that planet, which basically it reduces happiness by 20% and energy output by 10% as well. But not all is gloom with the Festival Amongst Worlds. Sometimes when a planet has 2 tiles available, an artist will want to move in. Will you let him? Of course you'll let him in, because it's new pops and they can work those tiles super hard. In addition to all those bonuses that you have from all your other buildings, all your unity will go up as well, so it's a win-win. However, then it could also happen that those same guys will steal all your stuff and flee, and you will lose 500 minerals and 500 energy. And after this, the Artisan Enclave, for some reason, will not communicate to you for some time. Strange that. Very strange. It's a good thing that you will get 2,000 energy and 2,000 minerals for blowing up the thieving bastards, because that's what they are. In short, The Artisan troop. An interesting addition to Stellaris. Do I think they're good? Arguable. I don't really like them myself. I very rarely use them. The artist monuments are nice, but the total amount of resource investment to get a decent payout is significant. I hope this was interesting and informative to you, and if you like this, well, we're gonna get some more of the curators and trading enclaves in the near future as well. So stay tuned for that one. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, take good care of yourselves, and of course, as always, each other.